Welcome one and all to Club Drive, the club where you get to drive a car. Yeah. So this is the main menu, and there's different types of games that you can play. There's the Powerballs game, where you collect Powerballs, obviously, but then there's also the racing game, which strangely doesn't actually involve any racing. It's just yourself against the clock. I'm going to choose. Well, that's the house, but I'm going to go to San Francisco, I think, and change the colour of my car to a nice green. Let's go. So this is the map. So that's where you start. Obviously, you've got to drive all the way through that canyon and the city to the finish. Let's go. Golden Gate Bridge, or something like it. It's devoid of all traffic. The fact that there's no textures on the road means that it's quite hard to see if there's any lumps or bumps or anything. I'm sure it'll come apparent in a bit when I'm trying to negotiate the cavern road, because there's so many bumps and lumps that you just kind of spin around. What the hell? I've never seen that before. The map is quite small. It's at the bottom of the screen, but you can't really tell where you are. You've got like a little compass, a little arrow as well on the sort of the top left of the map screen. But it does make it quite difficult to see where you're meant to be going. Oh, there's another one of them streetcar things. Nice trees. It's quite an interesting looking game. I mean, I don't know if they thought this looked good then, but I mean, so this is what I was on about in the actual written review that I'd done, where you, yeah, if you end up facing a wall, you can get really disoriented because you don't know which way you're facing, unless you're obviously using the external views, which are all rubbish. Where's that? There is a little gap in the sort of the mountains with a sign to the beach, which is what I'm actually looking for now. Ah, here we go. The handling is really bizarre. It's as if the cars kind of sort of pivot from the middle as opposed to sort of turning. Right, this is where it gets ridiculous, because you can't tell whether the road is a hump or not, because it looks flat, but it just throws you off every 2 minutes. What? Like that. I suppose that is quite a cool feature, the way you can just get rewound if you do mess up. You can do that by holding down the option button as well on the joypad. Taking it slowly. It just kind of reminded me a bit of what's that? There's a game on the Mega Drive called Test Drive 2, The Duel, and there's a lot of sort of cliff edge racing where you can't fall off, otherwise obviously the race is over. I'm determined to get back up here. The real world physics are really impressive as well, as you can probably tell. Don't go through through a bridge, just go over it. Yeah. And here we have the beach. Quite reminiscent of Bournemouth. Okay. I suppose the frame rate's quite good. I mean, if Checkered Flag had had this frame rate, I imagine it would have been a hell of a lot more playable. Right. Come on. Get down. See just some of the different camera views. None of which are actually very good. So the bonnet cam is probably the best one, to be honest. Alright. What's interesting is there's just so little in these environments. I mean, there's nothing to find. There's no secret little places. It's just, here you go, race between these 2 points, and then you just go back the way you came, crashing into walls, falling off cliffs. I've had enough. Right, that's Club Drive. Nice pause screen though, eh?